Most of life's battles are won or lost in your mind because your life always moves in the direction of your strongest thoughts. In the last session, we discussed the importance of paying attention to our thoughts and recognizing the direction they're taking us. I asked you the question, if your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts, then are you excited about the direction your thoughts are taking you? If the answer is no, let's talk about how to change your thoughts and win the war in your mind. The Apostle Paul gives us a battle plan in Romans 12, 1-2. He begins by writing, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world." Well, what's the pattern of this world? It's the way people commonly think and act, and it's easy to do because it comes so naturally. The pattern of this world is to think thoughts like, you can't trust people, you'll never succeed, you're always going to be broke, you're never going to have a good marriage, God doesn't hear your prayers, God doesn't care about you, you're never going to make a difference, you're never going to amount to anything, you have to look out for yourself first. Now, those negative, critical, self-centered thoughts are the pattern of this world. But if you think like everyone else thinks, you'll end up where everyone else ends up in life. But Paul tells us there's an alternative. We can win the war in our mind, but it's not easy. What's easy is to think and act like everyone else thinks and acts. The alternative he shares with us is harder, but it's way better. He says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." To be transformed is the picture of metamorphosis, changing from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's a complete transformation of the mind that happens when you rewire your brain and your thought patterns. You renew your mind by resetting how you think and what default thoughts you focus on and believe. Now, in the Greek language, this literally means to make new again by renovating your mind. You have to rip out the old ways of thinking and put in some new ones. Now, I don't know if you've ever renovated a house or a car or furniture, but it's not an easy process. Renewing your mind takes time. That means the way you think will not change overnight. You've got to work at it for a while, and that's why most of us never do it. But taking the time to work on it is what makes it work. If you're still not convinced, let me ask you this. When you're renovating anything, what happens when you try to put on the new before taking off the old? The new never sticks, does it? It doesn't last. So you've got to take the time to get rid of the old lies and replace it with the truth. That's how you renew your mind. This is why Paul advised the Philippian believers in Philippians 4 to fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. You can have peace of mind, but you must be intentional about fixing your thoughts on what is true. Don't fix your thoughts on lies. Don't focus on what could go wrong or what hypothetical situation scares you. Be intentional about fixing your focus on the truth. Every time a lie pops up in your mind, identify it and replace it with what God says is true about you and the circumstances surrounding you. So how do you do that? Well, I'll show you in our third and final session.